Hey y'all, it's been 3 months since we turned this grass hole into a garden. We took a food desert and turned it into a food forest. So now I'm going to sit back and show you what it looks like after just 3 months. All right, y'all. It's been 3 months, and this is what the food forest is looking like. I'm going to give you a quick tour and show you everything that's growing on, and even show you some of the food that we've been starting to harvest. So let's take a walk through. This is what the paths are looking like now. You can see them from the original video. Now we start to walk through. So we've got all of our chop and drop, our Mexican sunflower, Tithonia diversifolia, growing up really nice. This will become the chop and drop that we feed to our target species, like our Hychia persimmon right here. This already had fruit on it. I actually popped them off because I'm gonna let it grow for a year before it fruits so it can establish. So as we go through here, I mean, it's so dense, it's almost hard for me to show you everything that's growing on. Edible leaf, hibiscus. We've got tomatoes that are literally just growing out of compost, growing up the Mexican sunflowers. And let's just walk through here. I mean, it's so dense that it looks like it's overcrowded, but this is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to grow so lush and dense that we could trap in moisture while the plants are young. Also use these greens as chop and drop, as a living manure, a green manure for all the plants, and to cover the ground so that we could trap in the moisture and also prevent any weeds from trying to outcompete everything that's growing in here. So here's our black gold jackfruit hiding in here. It's got new growth on it. Very happy. You can see our sun hemp that's full grown, nitrogen fixer there, attracting pollinators, and that'll be a great green manure as well. So back through the path here, watch this. We're gonna do this live. So 3 months later, I threw that seed bomb at the beginning. Some of the seeds in there were daikon radish. Let's go ahead 3 months later and see what we got. Here it is. Look at this, y'all. Daikon radish, big and beautiful. Probably about a pound worth of food here. Just a great plant. You can eat the greens. I'm probably gonna chop these back, use it as a green manure, and feed it right back to the system. Look, I've even got other ones that are still in here. We'll cover those back up. I got others. You can see my bananas that are starting to come up right here. So this is one of my, sorry, let me get a better view there. So this is one of my dwarf Namwa bananas. I got corms from a friend at Love is the Source Farm. they gave me some beautiful corms. I planted those underground. So I buried that rootstock underground, and then this new banana popped up. And I really love how it's surrounded here by all this vegetation. Bananas actually can take that filtered light, the dappled light, and it's a great way to get them established before they break through and really become that taller species. Traps in the moisture, and these plants are growing extra healthy and strong. And because we planted the corms underground, it gives them a stronger rootstock here, and it makes them more impervious to wind that comes through as well. So it's a great way to establish your bananas when you're planting a new pup. All right, back to the system. We've got our Carrie starfruit right here. This tree loves a ton of water, so I've been doing a lot of hand watering for this tree. I already did a chop and drop on the Mexican sunflowers right here, and you can see how I take it, I chop it up, and then I throw it around the target species, which is our starfruit tree here. So this locks in moisture, this creates organic matter, and it's a great way to use those chop and drop species to feed our fruit trees. So there's the Carrie starfruit. You can see we've got yucca, cassava growing right here, and I planted that from a cutting sideways, if you can see it in there. Yeah, you can see it in there. So that's what it looks like. Let's keep moving. All right, so as we walk through, you're gonna start to see more pumpkins that are rambling. Here we go. Here's another Seminole pumpkin. Looking beautiful right there. Over here, we've got a Kashaw squash. Look at this. This squash came from my 95-year-old grandma from Kentucky. She grew this in one of her gardens, saved the seeds, gave them to me. I was thinking, I don't know if something from Kentucky is going to grow well in Florida, but I'm telling you, this thing is a boomer right here. This is probably 3-4 pounds of a delicious hearty squash to eat. And speaking of squash, check out our trellis right here. Trellis is looking good. We've got some yard-long beans. We've got one of my #1 favorite plants to grow right here. This is loofah gourds. It's the sponge that we use to clean our dishes all year round. I got a video on that you can check out. But look at these squashes. So this is what it looks like when it starts right here. So check it out. And then here is what it becomes. Look how big this thing is right here. Big, long squash. Let me try to get the name right on this. I believe it is Tromboncino rimpicante. And this comes from Jera. So shout out to Jera in Orlando. She's got some great seeds, great locally adapted varieties for Florida. And she highly recommended this as a trellis gourd. So I'm growing this. This is edible. So I'm going to be harvesting this soon. And you can see we've got pounds of food already coming in. And if you don't believe me, looky here. Right there. Just hiding more Seminole pumpkins. So we got food that's really coming in all over. All right, so back to the trellis. There you go. See the trellis? See the outside here? So let me show you some of the food that's growing on the outside. Check this out. This is corn right here. And for those of you that don't know, my last name is Cornet, which is actually from an instrument. But I love that the word corn's in it. So you got to grow some corn. So this is a beautiful stalk of corn that's growing right here. We got these seeds from Seed the Stars. So this is a Florida heirloom variety of corn, and it is just booming, y'all. Look at this. I mean, it's 8 feet tall, huge. So we love this because obviously we're getting that early production on food, but also the biomass that we're gonna get from this to chop and drop back to our target species, which is our Silas wood sapodilla right here. Looking great. New flushes, if you look closely, tons of new fruit coming in, established fruit, just booming right there. So really looking good on the outside. Let me see if I can find you some okra, because we do have some okra that I saw earlier that are coming in. And you can see some baby okra right here. You can see the flower, which is beautiful. And then look at this big boy right here. So we got okra coming in on the outside. Remember, this is 3 months, y'all. And that's what I love about these integrated systems is you plant the fruit trees. So you got your long term right here with your sapodillas, but then you got your short term with all your corns and your squashes. And you're already harvesting food. Look how dense this is. You can see here this loquat, Yehuda. It's getting eaten by all the other plants, and I absolutely love it. So great chop and drop, great moisture retention as well. Like I said, we keep it dense so that the moisture is retained for our target species until they're established, until we hit the rainy season as well. So you can see more squashes. Oh, I gotta show you this one. Biggest squash we have right now. Check this out. This is another one of those Cushaw squashes, and I hope that the camera can capture how big this is. I'm not messing with y'all. Literally, I have to leverage my knee to lift this thing. This right here could be 8 or 9 pounds. This thing is enormous. Look at this. You can't even see my hand behind it. Absolutely enormous, growing beautifully. I'm telling you, we might have 50 pounds of food already just in the first 3 months of growing. So we got another dwarf Namwa banana hiding back here. Love it. Not sure if y'all can hear all the pollinator bees, but they're going crazy, which is so fun. We've got our Thai Nung 64. This is a great variety of sweet potato that we got from Josh Jameson at Cody Cove Farms. So that's growing in. Also from Cody Cove, we've got our vetiver. So if you can see, our vetiver is looking absolutely wonderful. And that's going to become our beautiful front hedge of a beautiful tall grass on the front side of these beds. Saijo persimmon, still looking good. And everything else is just booming, y'all. I really skipped through a lot of stuff here, so I'm just going to give you a quick run through. Look at these sunflowers. Come on, who doesn't love a good sunflower? Look at this one right here. This one is crazy, y'all. What do we got here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming out on this one stalk right here. This is just spectacular. And you can see them all around just coming in. We love it. We got our winter Mexican avocado back here. Sorry how the camera keeps refocusing. There's just too much to focus on here. We've got our winter Mexican avocado right here, throwing a new flush. Really looking beautiful. What else do we got here? We've got our apple banana manzano starting to boom. We got our Mexico La Grande avocado over here. Check this out. More of the Cushaw squash. And then also one of our best little watermelons that it's starting to grow here. So this is a beautiful little watermelon. And then check this out. So here's the end of the bed. If you look right here, keeps refocusing, sorry y'all. Check out the end of the bed. All right, and you see this Seminole pumpkin. I purposely planted it right at the end of the bed so it could sprawl. And check out what's already growing on this vine. So we've got a beautiful squash right here, little Seminole pumpkin. And then check out this one. This thing is absolutely enormous. This thing, look at my hand, y'all. It's literally the size of my hand, almost the size of my head already. And then check this out. I didn't even notice this right behind it. Bada boom, another one. So cool. Like I said, we probably got 50 pounds of food already. I mean, sorry, I know this is redundant, but look, just found another one. Here's another one of those Cushaw squash, looking beautiful. You can still see the back of the bed here. And that's it, y'all. Really happy with what 3 months looks like in this garden. We've got sunflowers popping, harvesting pumpkins, green beans, daikon radishes, okra, edible greens. Just really enjoying this food forest. Exactly what we wanted to see. The truth is that I'm going to be cutting back a lot of this stuff here soon because it is so abundant. I want to feed it back to our target species. You can see our paths, and I'm going to give you one more walkthrough to show you what's growing on here in our 3-month-old food forest. I promised you that I'd give you an update to show you how this system looked. It's looking great. We've got our butterfly pea growing here beautifully. We've got our passion flower vine that's getting absolutely demolished by caterpillars, but hey, it's okay. I know they're going to turn into butterflies, so let that go. Our trellis is coming along beautifully. Yard-long beans. We've got our loofah gourds. We've got our tromboncino rampicante. Beautiful squash. Pumpkins rambling everywhere. Sunflowers. Fruit trees are happy. And like I said, we're harvesting food. We've got daikon radishes looking great. We couldn't be more happy with how everything's turned out. So I appreciate all the love, all the support. You hear the chickens are happy over there too. And this is what the food forest looks like after just 3 short months.